I have this idea for a TV show. See, you think you could be a Lubavitcher. You know, it's not so easy to be a Lubavitcher. Even if you want to infiltrate the clan and not really be a Lubavitcher, kind of what I do. I'm kind of like on the sidelines. You know, I have, if you have non-shluchim friends, much easier to get into their psyche. Because shliachs, they have this mentality of, we're trying to get you over to do something. Even if you're already religious, they're still. I've been to people's houses. They give me a good chumash. They give me some literature. They try and get to you. So if you really want to be one of them, there's a few things you have to do. It's not so easy. And it doesn't all come down to having a crushed hat and a beard. There's a whole landscape of things you need to know. First off, you got to be able to do Lubavitcher like trivia. Knowing the Baal Shem Tov and the Alter Rebbe isn't enough. You got to know who came in between. You got to be able to know who were the two Rebbes that didn't have pictures of them. That sort of crap. You got to know little weird things. Did you know that there's a corporate rental number, corporate account for rental cars on Shmeis? Do you even know what Shmeis is? What do you mean you don't know what Shmeis is? Shmeis is it's like the only Simchas, Yeshiva World, and Jewish Press combined for Lubavitchers only. So don't think about getting in there. It's all Lubavitcher news and Simchas and Upshurns and Verbringings and all sorts of crap they do and all sorts of stuff. So that's another thing. There's a lot of useless information. I mean, you just gotta, books and stuff. You gotta be able to, what the hell's the difference between a Sikha and a Mimer anyway? I have no idea, by the way. I'm just posing the question to you. You gotta be able to tell. You gotta be able to whip out random things like, did you know today the Alter Rebbe got out of prison in communist Russia? Well, he's probably a little longer than that. But, do you know today the Rebbe Rashab was released from prison and he had a big Verbringen and they drank vodka all night long and they told Baal Shem Tov walking through the forest in Russia stories. Which you also have to know. You got to know a bunch of stories, even if you make them up. The Baal Shem Tov was walking through the forest in Russia and he came across a man. ... They all start the same way, but they all end differently. And most of them are, fiction, but, there's a whole thing about if you don't believe Baal Shem Tov's story, you're an apikoros, but if you do, you're a fool, so I don't know what you're supposed to do, whatever. And, but why would you even want to be a Lubavitcher? There's, a few things you have to come up with a good reason. My reason, why would I want to be a Lubavitcher? Food. They got good food. You got to admit, they got good food. You can go with all your yichi stuff, but you know what? Food, alcohol, and hot chicks. Lubavitchers, by far, in the Frum community, there's no comparison. There's none. You can't argue with this fact. It's an unfounded fact that Lubavitcher girls are the hottest girls of all girls. They are. It's just how it is. I don't know, maybe it's because they're exposed to secular lifestyle and they know how to carry themselves, or I don't know, they in Crown Heights in the shtetl, they're hot too, man. They do chitas walk. That's what my buddy Beryl called it. I don't know why. Maybe they're carrying, because a chitas. You know what a chitas is? Do you know what a chitas is? If you know what a chitas is, you're in good shape. I even have a chitas. I keep it in my car. You know why I keep a chitas in my car? A chitas is the best thing if you survive the plane crash and you got nothing to do. It's the best book to have, Chumash, Tanya, Tehillim, whatever it's got in there. It's got everything, man, and it's huge. It's enormous. You can use you can rip out the pages and use them for insulation if you wanted to. You can build a fire with them. It's like the Swiss Army of Sfarim. You can't do that with a normal stone Chumash, man. All you got is Chumash. Yeah, you got a couple. You got Megillah Esther and Koheles if you want to, get a little diverse, but the chitas is they need an English chitas, man. But that thing would be enormous. It'd be like a jastro. You open it up and it just keeps closing. You gotta hold it down and have your elbows and then it closes. Oh, come on! You can't do the whole putting your finger in between to keep your spot. It doesn't work. That's why chitas have 3 or 4 strings. You gotta keep all your spots. So, chitas best plane crash safer, and so. You gotta be able to find things. You gotta, some more. The dress is somewhat important. A crushed hat doesn't hurt. Certain things you should know why. I don't know why we have I don't know why they have crushed hats. It probably everything is basically because the Rebbe did it. No one knows any reason. It's because the Rebbe did it. You know why they wear their talesim in so the black doesn't show, but they wear black and they don't wear white because the Rebbe's father-in-law wore a white one. And his father wore a black and white one, so they want to satisfy the best of both worlds, so we do like he does. I don't understand why we don't do stuff like the Friedeker Rebbe or the Tzemach Tzedek. I don't know. That's a little too Lubbie for me, man. You'll have to go infiltrate the clan to get there. But like I said, food, alcohol, and women would probably be your three best reasons to becoming a Lubavitcher. Number four would be free place to stay, which you can get anyway. But if you are Lubavitch, you get the good room. And I'll tell you, man, I was up. Can't really say where I was, but I was in this Chabad house, and there was Lubavitcher, and there was me, and you know what? They put me on the floor, and they gave the Lubavitcher the room. And it wasn't age difference. It was just like, he's got the beard and the crushed hat. You're sleeping on the couch, buddy. That's it. That's how it was. So, you know, if I've got a cousin who's Lubavitch, if I would have thrown down some more names, it might have worked out. But, you know, it's assumed, like Jewish geography is so easy in Lubavitcher. So if you know people who are not really Lubavitch, then it helps. Like BT Lubavitchers, then you're in, man. Then you're in. You got to get in, man. It's such a good system to work, man. It's just like, I don't know. It's all about the women, man. That's really what it is.